Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Here's all what you will need to make these flavorful chocolate chip cookies. In this bowl here, I have 1 2/3 cup of flour along with 1 teaspoon of baking soda. In this cup here, I have half a cup of white sugar, 2/3 cup of brown sugar. You can use light or dark, it really doesn't matter. 1 stick of butter. I have 2 halves, but that equals to 1. Milk chocolate chips, that's what I'll be using today. 1 egg. Cookie nip, that's an extract. That will be a game changer for your cookies, I'm telling you guys. And vanilla flavoring, which is extract. And here are my measurements of what I had to use to get this stuff into the bowl, and also what I'll be using to mix the stuff. First, we're going to start by melting this butter. I want it all. Make sure you get all of your butter off of the packaging. One more. Okay. Okay, when you're melting your butter, make sure that you don't let it cook too much. You just want to melt the butter, because if you let it cook too much, it'll develop like a nutty flavor and you'll end up with brown butter. So just enough until it melts. I mean, brown butter is good, but you know, just not for this recipe right here. So I'm gonna let that melt, and I'll be back with you guys when it's time to combine it all together. Okay people, we're back with our melted butter, and this is what it should look like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add that to the sugars to get that all mixed up. All right. Okay, so we're going to mix that all together. You can also use a whisk to do this, but I prefer using this little spatula thingy or a wooden spoon. That always works the best. It smells amazing. The smell of sugar and butter. I think the brown sugar makes it smell even better. Okay, so we got that all mixed up. So we're gonna let this cool for a second before we add the 1 egg, because if we don't, we'll have scrambled sweet eggs, and we don't want that. So we'll give that a second before we add the egg. Maybe let it rest about a minute or two. Let those flavors come together, and we'll be back. Okay, so it's time to add the egg. The sugar butter mixture has cooled down completely. And I just place this over here. Smash that yolk a bit and just stir it all together. Make sure you get the bottom just in case any sugar has settled You want to make sure everything is mixed up together so this can make the perfect cookie. Okay, a couple more stirs and we should be good to go and ready to add the flavoring. Looks about right to me. Okay, now first I'm gonna add my regular vanilla extract, a teaspoon of that. Add some butter on there. That's okay. Okay, a teaspoon of vanilla. Guys, make sure you follow these steps exact so the cookie can be perfect. Baking is like a science. If you do something out of order or your measurements are off, you won't have the same results. And sometimes, you see people make things and you'll go and try and, replicate that same recipe, and you'll ask, why did mine come out that same way? Because possibly you didn't follow, the correct order. But here is some cookie nip. This stuff is really good. I found these people on Instagram. Check these guys out. This is the exact name, Cookie Nip. It's really good. So I'm going to be adding a half a teaspoon of cookie nip flavoring to the 1 teaspoon of vanilla inside of the butter and sugar and egg mixture. Okay. Alright, so we set that to the side and we'll mix all of this together. I'll tell you, if you make this batter for people, they'll be asking you what is in these cookies. That cookie nip is a definite game changer. Okay. Make sure that's mixed all through. Okay, that should be good. Perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is incorporate the dry ingredients, which is 1 2/3 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I like to add it to the wet mixture instead of adding the wet mixture to the dry mixture. It seems to come out better to me as far as mixing wise. And you can add it all at once. You don't have to do it in shifts. And just stir that all the way through and mix it all together. Just kind of fold it, and it'll start to come together. Right here, it seems like it never will, but trust me, it will. Just fold and mash. See that? Oh. Make sure you get everything. Okay. Oops, sorry for the noise. But this is planet Earth, where we are humans. Okay, so that looks about right to me. Now, we are going to add in, 1 cup of milk chocolate chips. I usually use the semi-sweet regular chocolate chips, but for some reason I find that in some cookie mixtures, milk chocolate tastes a little better. You know, you use whatever you like. Dark chocolate, classic chocolate, milk chocolate. It's all up to you. Whoa, one got away. And there we have it. Now we just fold these pieces in and let the dough chill for about an hour or two before you bake a cookie. Let the butters and sugars solidify and all the flavors marry together, and you'll have the perfect cookie dough. Trust me. I am a home cook, so for all you real bakers out there, if I'm doing something wrong or if you got any tips or pointers, you know, please feel free to write me in the comments to let me know. And don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. Okay, so this completes the mixture of our cookie dough. Just want to make sure the bottom is all mixed through. Yep, all good. I don't want to over mix this either. Okay, so now I'm going to cover this bowl with some saran wrap and let this hang out in the fridge for a couple of hours. And I'll be back when it's time to bake a few of these. Okay guys, we're back with our chilled cookie dough. I'm going to take the plastic cover off of it. Okay. Alright, one of my tips and tricks to baking these cookies are to bake them on aluminum foil. Has to be heavy duty. I don't really like using cookie sheets because it seems to turn the bottom of the cookie a bit darker. So I find that aluminum foil works just perfect for me with this recipe. So I'm gonna put this to the side and I'm gonna get my man-made aluminum pan with just aluminum foil. See? Don't make fun of me, but trust me, if you try this, you'll see the difference. Now, I haven't decided on which size I'm going to use to bake these cookies. Thinking I'll go with the larger one, and I'll probably do a couple of small ones. So I'm going to scoop out the dough and place it on this piece of foil and get to baking. But first you want to preheat your oven at 325. So here we go. We got one. Okay. We got two. Try not to keep them so close together so that they don't touch each other while baking. And this recipe yields about a dozen cookies, maybe a little more, depending on which size cookie cutter you use. Okay, I'll do 6 big ones and then I'll do 3 small ones. The small ones I'm going to have to take out first because they're not going to cook at the same time as the larger ones because of the size. So here we go with that one. Okay, that looks a bit. I have to redo this one. Alright, here we go. Boom. Alright, that should come out nice. Okay, so I should have room for 3 small ones. Let's see, doing pretty good with the dough. Okay. I'm gonna do these small ones just so you can see how they look. I usually prefer doing this size, but today I'm going to go for a bigger cookie for this video. And you could pretty much use these cookies to make ice cream sandwiches, you know, make it fun for the children, or just to simply eat. But if you bake these for people outside of your home, they're gonna love you forever. Okay guys, so I'm going to place this in the oven at 325 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. But my trick to baking cookies is that I don't bake it all the way until they're overly brown. I like to let it get a little light, then I'll turn it so that it can cook evenly depending on your oven, and then I'll take it out and let the heat from the cookie still being hot cook the cookie the rest of the way, because I don't like to over bake them to where it's completely crispy. I like for the edges to be crispy and the insides to be, you know, chewy. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to place these in the oven and we'll begin our baking process. Okay, it's time to put these bad boys in the oven. Okay, here we go. And off to the hothouse. Okay, the cookies are done. And the 3 small ones that were at the bottom, I took them out a bit early to let them start to cool because I didn't want them to get overcooked in the oven with these bigger ones. So now I'm going to place these onto the cookie sheet or the cooling rack and let them cool, and then we'll plate these bad boys up with a nice cold glass of milk. Okay guys, here are the cookies on the cooling rack. These smell so amazing. Man, I wish you guys can smell through your TVs or your phones or wherever you're watching from. These are really amazing. Comment in the section below and let me know how you guys like your cookies, what type of cookies you like, and what type of videos you'd like to see me post in the future. So I'm gonna let these cool for another few minutes and I'll plate them up and we'll get that nice cold glass of milk that I told you guys that I will have, and we'll close out the video. Look at these look amazing. Oh my God. There's that glass of milk that I promised you guys. All right. Okay guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you try this recipe. The description of the ingredients will be in the section below, in the description section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.